and but something happened in between. And I wanted to write Lunar Park right after American Psycho. American Psycho was 3 years of living with Patrick Bateman, and I did want to write a genre novel next. I wanted to write something that was fun, that took me back to my childhood, that took me back to the pleasures of reading something that was very, I guess, plot-driven, and very simple, like a simple ghost story, a simple haunted house story. That's really where the impetus to write Lunar Park started. But then, when I started thinking about Lunar Park, I realized, well, I'm really kind of not old enough to write this yet. And this other genre novel that I had in mind about espionage, the espionage thrillers, the Robert Ludlum books that I loved as a teenager, that started to announce itself. And I was also becoming very sickened by the obsession with celebrity in America. I mean, if I only knew how much worse it would have gotten than it was in whenever I started Glamoráma, I don't know. I might not have written it, I don't know. But so Glamoráma came first. And, but this is a very long answer to a very simple question. Yes, it was supposed to be a Stephen King homage, and yet a lot of things happened to me during the time where I first thought about it, and then I began writing it, and it really became so much more about my feelings about my father, his death, my feelings about being a writer, about what happened to American Psycho. And so this very simple genre book, which I just wanted it to mimic a Stephen King novella, became something much, much more personal to me, and quite not the Stephen King ripoff that I wanted to write.
That's interesting. You said that you wanted to write a genre novel. From this point of view, this approach could somehow express that the procedure itself, it's a bit similar to a craftsman's job. What do you think about that? I mean, just like, you know...
Well, it all is. I mean, it is. I mean, first of all, the emotional part of writing a novel, for me, is the year or two that I'm thinking about writing a novel. I published my first novel in 1985, it's now 2008.